Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Gathering of Bros. I'm your host, as always, Esquivel, call me Esk, joined by my co-hosts, cohorts. Do I have to say it?
Yes.
Brothers for freaking life, Leo Veritas.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And you know him. It's possible you might love him or be slightly entertained by him. The one and only, thank God there's only one, Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
You heard it from his mouth, the Bulbasaur, sipping on a juice box. Thanks everybody for tuning in today for today's gathering. As you know, and if you don't, we are three friends who love video games, nerd culture, and just poking fun at each other. It's what we do. It's what we love to do, and we want to share it with you. Thanks for being a part of it. Got a lot of great things for to talk about today. Definitely stay tuned for the end if you're into our anime talk, because we got some great shit that we're going to talk about. Let's jump right in, though. First and foremost, I'm going to talk a little bit about Kingdom Hearts. So, still on Chain of Memories.
How far are you?
Let's see. I literally just walked into Hollow Bastion, and I saw Beast go, Beryl, what are you doing with that witch? And then she's like, just leave! And then she goes inside the castle. That's literally the last thing that I saw. Chain of Memories is kind of kicking my ass right now, just because it's just like, I feel like I didn't explain to you guys exactly why in the last episode I had said like it doesn't mesh well with the 3D graphics, like the cards. The reason is because in Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2, with these 3D graphics, it's let's be real, it's a freaking button masher, right? Like you're hitting X as many times as you possibly can without reservation to kill these freaking Heartless and the bosses and all this shit. So when that transfers over with the cards, you only have a reserved amount of attacks, and like with magic sprinkled in here and there, and a summon where I will say it is cool. You get to summon Cloud. Like Cloud does his like double slash. The more clouds you have lined up, it's like slash slash slash, or you like do the combinations and shit. But like I'm sitting here hitting X, and then like you run out during a like intense boss fight, and it's like your mind gets away with it because you're used to the button mashing aspect of it. It just felt different on a handheld, and that's what Chain of Memories was. It was that handheld game. It just felt different. It was just the play style was different. It was more, you know what I'm talking about, right? It just it plays differently than with the PlayStation controller in your hand.
Oh, I get it.
And it's just been really annoying the F out of me because I keep getting to these like tough ass battles, and you know what I freaking did? So like this second portion of world maps, it's oh shit, what is it? It's it's Atlantica, Neverland, Hollow Bastion, and 100 Acre Wood, right? So I went and I did Atlantica, and I got through that, and what I do is I go an entire world without visiting a Moogle room. I get all those Moogle points, and I stockpile them like Scrooge fucking McDuck. And then the next world I go to, I do a Moogle room. I use like all my because you could redo a room again and again and again. I use all my the one where the chests are inside. I can't remember what the hell that they call it, but there's like three different ones. There's one where there's just a chest. There's one where there's a bunch of Heartless guarding it, and then there's one where there's like three chests. Two of them have Heartless inside of them, and one of them is actually a chest with something good.
I think it's like fake bounty, calm bounty, and something else bounty.
Yeah, calm bounty. That's the one with just the chest. I was looking for it. I really was, and I couldn't find it. But yeah, so I use all of them. I get all the items I can. Like I literally will run through every room and hit all the lamps and shit and get all the Moogle points that I possibly can, and then I'll go and just spend everything, like, to reference our last show, like a grandma in a strip club buying video games, buying video games for her grandchildren. I think Bulba totally. Like, I listened back to the show, I think he missed the joke, but it just was funny that he was laughing at it. He was like, "Grandma in a strip club." I was like, that was more funny than the joke. But anyways, yeah, I get all the stuff that I can, and I build my deck, and it's just the effort to do that is so annoying. So what I ended up doing is I went to Atlantica, and then instead of going to Neverland, I went to 100 Acre Wood, because I'm thinking, like, well, technically speaking, like, I didn't do 100 Acre Wood last. I kind of like was doing it intermittently between all these worlds, again, because I'm trying to go in like the same world order as I did in Kingdom Hearts. Don't ask me why, but I am. So you fight Riku when you go into Atlantica, but before you go in, when you're crossing in from the previous world, and for me it was Halloween Town, you fight Riku. It's a tough battle, but I won, right? So then I went and I did Atlantica, and then I went from Atlantica and fought Riku again, and that was a tough battle too, but I won just barely. And then I'm thinking like, okay, so I'm just gonna go into 100 Acre Wood. So I go into 100 Acre Wood, and I completely forgot that 100 Acre Wood is not the typical world, where it's not the rooms. You don't use cards, for the map cards. It's just you kind of follow through. It's basically doing the 100 Acre Wood book again that you did, but with like a slightly different story. Actually thought it was more fun in Chain of Memories, I will say that, than all the mini games that you have to do in Kingdom Hearts. I will be completely honest there. Because of this, I'm unable to use a Moogle room. I'm unable to upgrade my cards, and I really didn't level up. But I think if you just kind of follow the story, you get like gifts from the 100 Acre Wood characters, and they give you like slates, which for me is just like stupidity, because I haven't even gotten gravity at this point, and I haven't gotten time. And pretty much all the slates that I'm getting from these little 100 Acre Wood bitches all have time and gravity. And I'm like, I can't even use these things. So I leave 100 Acre Wood, and then I fight, I can't remember who the hell I fought, but it was a tough-ass battle. And I was like, I lost probably 3 times, and was just like, I couldn't finish it. I couldn't freaking finish it. And then I finally was able to do it, and then I was just like, why is this so hard? Why? And then I go into Neverland, and I get all the way in to where you have to fight Hook. And I literally fought Hook. It had to be like 10 times. I could not beat that little sucker. He does this rapid sword slash, and you like get stuck in it. Like you can't get out. And it's like, oh my god, dude. It was
a lot of zero cards.
Dude, that's what it is he uses the zero cards, and he's like I would say, okay, I really need to use this high potion so I can get more attacks, or hey, I need to use this ether so I can get my heals, because I really, really need to freaking heal myself, right? So he keeps using his zero cards. I'm stacking him up with the 3, right? Like bing, bing, bing. So I like get a higher number, and then he just erases the thing with a fucking zero card. And it's just so annoying. Oh my god! It took me like 10 times. I finally beat him, and like I went, yeah, and I'm like flipping off my TV, like fuck you, bitch. You're what now?
What makes it even funnier is I can totally picture that going on. The whole thing.
You ever have one of those moments though, where you're just like super aggravated with a game? You're just like fuck you, like yeah, you're flipping off the TV like it's a person.
Oh, I do that like, every time I beat somebody in cosplay.
Oh wow!
I do that whenever I lose against Leo.
Yeah. When I like to do it when I'm in voice chat with you guys, because then you can't see me saying "fuck you," but I'm still saying it because I'm like, hey,
I know.
Oh, you know?
We all
okay.
know.
You feel
We
it.
all know.
You feel it. You're like my Esk flipping
There's
me off.
disturbance in the force.
In the flip-off force. Oh man. Yeah. So Chain Memories kicking my ass. God, I really hope I can beat it by next week. Like, I want to be done with this bull crap. It's just so annoying. So at this point, I have to finish Hollow Bastion. I'm pretty sure that's the last world map, though, right? There's no other world maps. There's another world map. What's this? What's the next set of world maps?
It's not a set. It's memory serves. It's the Twilight Town.
Twilight Town. What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird.
You'll get there. Don't worry.
You'll get there. You'll get there.
Not to mention, once you finish Sora's story, you still have to do Riku's story.
Was Riku's? Oh shit, that's new with this version.
No, Riku's story was in the original.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Are you on the one on handheld?
Yep.
Oh damn, I did not remember doing that.
But it's not as long.
The good thing about Riku, yeah, it's not very long. But the good thing about Riku's story is you don't make a deck. Whatever the computer generates.
Oh, I do remember doing that. I specifically remember being like, "Oh, thank God, this is so much easier." Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just been a really long time. It's hard for me to remember that shit. I mean, it's been, damn, how long has it been? Think about it, Leo. When did your grandma throw out all those ones and just get all her grandchildren that game? When was that?
It was definitely more than 10 years ago.
Yeah, it for sure was more than 10 years ago.
Jeez, man, that's crazy. Yeah, it's been a long time. So, anyways, let's leave Kingdom Hearts for now. Move on to our next topic. Not one I really talk about much very often anymore because you guys aren't super interested in it, which is kind of like a huge bummer for me.
Look, I'll tell you this right now. If you buy me the game, I'll play it with you.
Overwatch?
If you buy it for me,
if I buy you Overwatch, you'll play it.
That's the same thing I keep telling Leah. If you buy me these games, I will play them with you.
I'm having a really hard time believing that, but I will consider it. Okay, considering that I have to that I just bought Power Rangers, and then I still have to go buy Fire Emblem, and I have to buy Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
You're in for a treat, sir. You're in for a treat.
Shit.
Anyway.
Anyways, Overwatch.
Yeah, I mean it's your thing, bro. It's one of those things where Bulba and I aren't into it. We didn't get into it, but it's so cool to talk about it. Not to mention you got some buddies who listen. Shout out to Esk's buddies.
Yes, all my buddies. I freaking love Overwatch, dude. I love it so much. It's an amazing game. Like 3 years this game has been out. Came out in 2016. And it's just, to this day, it's such an amazing game. Like, the team dynamic is so fun. It can be super frustrating sometimes. And we have a couple updates. So, one, there's a new hero that has been announced. His name is Sigma. He's a bad guy. One of the first bad guys we've had in a while.
Why would you say a hero?
Because that's what the characters are referred as, heroes.
But if he's a bad guy, he ain't a hero.
Oh my god. Are there any bad guys on the Smash Bros. Roster?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there are, right? So King K. Rool, Bowser,
challengers.
All bad guys, right?
They're all challengers.
Now, when you're going into the menu, do I tell you to pick your bad guy? No. You just have one generic term, which is pick your character. Exactly.
Yes. A hero is a specific
thing. In Overwatch, saying pick your hero is exactly the same as pick your character.
Oh, yeah, I got you, Esk.
No.
I got you. Bubba, Bubba, it's like going to Starbucks and asking for a small, but instead they give you a tall.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit. That was perfect. Thank you.
I got you.
No.
Moving on.
It don't work that way.
Bulba going into Starbucks. Can I get a Grandy? And then I've been there. I've been there. I've had people say that to me. Dead ass.
The reason I laugh so hard is because I legit pictured him doing that. And he would do it not because that's what he believed, that how you say it. He would do it just to be a smart ass about it.
Antagonize, yeah. And he would give like a little smirk, like, oh, I just enjoyed that. I just ruined this person's freaking day at work because I called it a grandie. And I know it's a grande. Yeah, that's.
Can you get your job back at Starbucks so I can go and do this to you?
Oh man!
I got excited for a moment. It was like, because I actually really liked working at Starbucks. Making coffee is actually really fun, like using an espresso bar. And then he told me that, and I was just like, no, fuck that, no. No. I used to have this guy who would come in.
Can I get a grande?
Oh Jesus!
Moki?
There was this. Oh my God! It's like he just triggered my PTSD, bro. I swear to God, there was this guy who would come in every Wednesday at the same time, and he would order a mocha, right? And he would, I swear to you, he would do this. He would go, let me get a grande mochi. And I was like, you mean a grande? This is the first time I ever saw him. He goes, yeah, one of those. And so he knew what it was. And every time after that, I didn't correct him because I knew he knew what it was. He was just fucking with me. He just liked to say it that way.
Now listen here, boy. I want to have to order me a grande mochi, and I don't want it with.
And this is in California,
2 extra shits.
Mind you, in California, and he's saying grande. So annoying. Oh my God.
Anyways, up, before I put my boot in your face.
Boot in your face. Thanks, Aubrey. Appreciate it.
Anyway,
Overwatch.
Heroes.
Overwatch. Sigma is the new hero. He's Hero 31. He is a villain. He works, I believe, with Talon, which is the opposing side to Overwatch, which is the good organization. And his story is actually really intriguing. The reveal trailer for him was like really traumatizing because he was like crazy, you know. So this is a story. He's working with Gravity.
Wait, hold on. I thought they didn't have stories of the characters.
They have some. Whenever they release a character, it depends on how they want to. Sometimes they have like animated shorts. Other times they have like a reveal background. Short video. That's what Sigma had. He had like a little short video that gave like a background. Like it wasn't really explained. It was just kind of all visual, and you kind of hear him talking in the background. But he's fucking nuts, dude. So what ended up happening is he was doing an experiment with gravity, with black holes. Right? He believed that you could harness the power of a black hole, and during this experiment, his mind shattered, and he like, oh God, it's just like, I almost want you guys to watch the video because it's like an experience. Like, it's just really traumatic because he's kind of giving narration in the background, and there's this really creepy music, and it keeps flashing because like his mind is split, and you get like these dual Sigmas on two sides of the screen. It's just like really creepy, dude. Like it feels like I watched a horror movie after watching this video. It was crazy, but yeah. So his mind is in pieces, and there's like a gentle doctor side where he's like a doctor who's trying to help the world, and then there's this like psychotic side, and then even further there's this like evil side where he's like, I want to break the world. You know what I mean? So he's crazy. He doesn't wear shoes because he's wearing, I want to say it's like in one of his costumes, he's wearing like a straitjacket or his like asylum clothing. His main skin is like armored though, but he doesn't wear shoes because of his time when he was put in the asylum. And it's actually interesting because he floats, and like he was able to control the power of gravity. It's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the character looks amazing. He's one of the only characters that I know of since Junkrat before he got fixed who can harm himself with his weapon. So what he does is he harnesses these 3 gravity balls, and he throws them like projectiles, and they bounce off of walls. Well, if they bounce off the wall and they hit you, they damage you. Junkrat, who is a character that I main, he's my DPS main. He lobs. He has like a grenade launcher. He used to damage himself with his grenades and his bombs and stuff, and then they ended up fixing it and they took it out. So this is kind of a big deal while they're reintroducing self-harm. It's going to be an interesting dynamic because if you're in close quarters and you're lobbing your bomb at the wall, they're like bouncing around and they hit you, you can kill yourself. So you have to be really careful. Really, he's it's weird because he has a shield. He's one of the first heroes we've had with a shield for a long ass time since Orisa, and Orisa was only the second one. It's kind of a big deal, but he's not technically a shield tank. He's more of a hybrid. He's pretty dope. Other big news that we have in Overwatch is we're having a change to the rule set. So I've kind of explained to you previously in past shows how, because I guess I know we have some Overwatch listeners in our Discord, but for those of you that don't play, including Leo and Bulba, because you guys are lame.
I told you I'd play.
It's a team of 6, and then there are 3 roles. There is tank, DPS, damage per second, and support characters. And you can have any combination of those character types. You could have all 6 support. You could have all 6 are there 6 tanks? Yeah. You could have all 6 tanks if you wanted. You could do all DPS. You could do 1, which is often what happens. You can have 4 DPS, 1 tank, and 1 support because people are bitches. Super annoying. The problem is when you go into like ranked mode, like they're gonna do whatever they want. They think that they're a DPS god. They don't want to relinquish it, and then you get like people fighting over DPS. And I'm over here a tank and support main, and I'm like, please, I just want to win a game, please. Come on, please, guys. And like I'm like begging, and then they're like, shut the fuck up, and they start talking shit to me. And it's like super toxic, right? So like this dynamic has led to a degree of toxicity within the Overwatch community, and just like fighting over like what to do for the team comp. Well, they are instituting a 2-2-2 lock where there's 2 of each category in a game. You are locked into your position, and you queue into where you want to play. So if I want to play as a support, it's going to find a game where they need a support in a 2-2-2 format. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a game changer because right now you have people, since the game has been out, who literally might have only ever played DPS. They haven't been made to learn how to play the game effectively, how to play multiple people in their own category, and master a category. This is going to make you master a category. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to have a main. Like, I have several mains in each category, but I could play multiple people in each category. I could almost play every single... I can play every single tank. Not to the same skill. Like, I'm kind of rusty in a few of them, but I can play pretty much every tank. I can play every single support character. So I know that those 2 roles in particular with the 2-2-2 is going to be really, like, easy to queue in. Like, I know I'm going to be able to like queue super fast because there's always a need for support and tank because everybody wants to be DPS because they think they're a DPS god. And you're not. You're trash. You're garbage. I'm an amazing DPS, and I don't do it because I know that you fucks are going to hog the freaking role all the time. Oh, my God.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah.
I'm really angry about it, but I'm just glad. I am actually really excited and happy at what's going to happen with Overwatch here with this new 2-2-2 role lock. I'll keep you guys posted. It hasn't been instituted yet. It's currently on the test platform. Oh God, I can't even remember right now. I'm freaking losing my mind. So yeah, there's like a test platform that they release so they can test certain things that they change and implement in the game, buffs, nerfs, that kind of stuff. And it's there currently, and it's, I want to say maybe 2 to 3 weeks out before they actually put it in the game overall. So when it does happen, and I'll play some games, and I'll let you guys know and our listeners how it is, and if I feel it's changed the game or not. But just know I am personally really excited for it. If you want to play with me, I play on PlayStation 4. I know a lot of people play on PC because it's much easier to play with a mouse and a keyboard. Cough, cough. That's a message to all you cheating bastards who play on a mouse and keyboard on PlayStation. I hate you all. And it's noticeable when you're doing it. How is it cheating? Because the tracking. It's completely different. It's an unfair advantage. It's literally Overwatch and the almighty Jeff have come forward and said, like, yes, if you're playing on a mouse and keyboard on a console, that is 100% cheating. And you'll get banned for it. So,
who is the almighty Jeff?
The almighty Jeff is I believe he's the CEO. He's CEO of Blizzard. And he's the one who kind of gives the announcements in regard to Overwatch whenever something happens. He's kind of like, you know how like Bowser comes out and he does his like updates and stuff at the Nintendo cons and everything like that. Like that's pretty much who Jeff is. I think it's Jeff Kaplan, Kaplan. He's pretty awesome. He's hilarious. Sometimes he does like these really funny videos where he just kind of comes out and he sits in front of a fire with his dog sitting in the corner, and he'll just talk and give updates about the game or answer questions. He goes on like streams with like really well known streamers like Seagull. He's pretty dope. He used to be a pro, but he retired and went back to streaming because it's too stressful. And he like will go on his stream and just like talk about the game and like updates, and Seagull will give like Seagull's awesome because he pitches like things that we've been wanting in the game for a long time, like 222, and another one is hero bans. So like at the beginning of the game, like each team has a select number of heroes that they could ban that you can't use in this match. Like that would completely change the game too. That we're trying to get Blizzard to implement that, but the problem is the hero pool is just too small. So we're waiting for more heroes to get released before make another push as a community for that. But yeah. Anyways, Jeff Kaplan, he's the man. So yeah, that's my Overwatch spiel, guys. I hope you liked it. I'm gonna pass it over to Leo because I don't have much to say until we get to our anime speak, and I know we got some updates in Smash Bros. And Power Rangers. So take it away, Leo.
Well, you do have a little more to say because speaking of Power Rangers, you mentioned, got Battle for the Grid.
Fuck yeah, I did.
And?
That's all right.
I had a feeling. No, but
I mean,
honest and truly, it's a fighter.
It's fun.
Yeah?
I could kill some time with it,
Yeah.
It definitely reminds me a lot of what was that game? The one that you and me used to play all.
Injustice?
No. It was like a tag team fighter.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Well, thank you. Yes, it reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom, like a lot actually.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty stoked on it. Just reminding me of that nostalgia. I feel like we need more Power Rangers. I'm actually kind of surprised that there's not more to play.
Yeah. They're adding more.
With as many Power Rangers as there freaking are, like I expected to come into this and have a menu like freaking Smash Bros. Or at least half of Smash Bros. Be like, you can pick any color, that you want, and like, oh yeah, well we got the like DLC Beetleborgs, like that would be fucking dope. Oh shit.
I'll pitch that idea for real.
I would fucking pay for that so quick. I'd be like, oh shit, they're bringing Beetleborgs out of this shit. Do you remember that?
I do.
Dude, I just came up with a fire idea off the cuff, bro. Oh shit. Anyways, yeah, I think we need more characters.
Yeah, for sure.
I am interested in playing a story. If there is a story, I didn't get to look at it.
Yeah,
I'll probably play the story and check that out. But
yeah, and I don't know if I pitched this to you on recording or off recording. It might have just been on. I mean, off recording. But yeah, it is what it is. It's pretty much what I've said, which is it's a Marvel vs. Capcom / Dragon Ball Fighters esque style fighting. So it's 3v3. And you can use assists, and there's combos.
Esk style fighting. I was like, what?
You know what's funny is I did that about like 3 or 4 times with different things last week, and I thought to myself, I was like, I probably should stop saying that because his name is Esk. E-S-K.
Yeah, and it's kind of confusing. I'm not gonna lie.
But ESQUE, like it's a style. Anyway.
Yeah. like comparatively. Yeah,
I don't know if you remember, but I had kind of griped about the fact that they didn't have that many characters back when it released. When I remember
I remember you saying it.
Yeah, we were doing our practice shows, I think, but they're planning on doing a lot more because this has backing from Lionsgate Games and also I believe Hasbro. So it's for what it is, and being able to add all the characters. I mean, look, your Overwatch is still getting new characters 3 years later, and Battle for the Grid has been getting pretty consistent characters pretty consistently. Lord Zed's coming out pretty soon. Yes,
oh, shit.
Yes,
hype.
Yes, Bulba, I am going to give you $5 for Lord Zed. I told you I would. So, yeah. So it's fun for what it is. It's fun. The story mode is pretty fun because you get to try out the different characters.
You know who I want? I want Ivan Ooze. That's who I want.
See, you know what I've been wanting forever is because obviously I played Legacy Wars and they had a lot of characters in that, and I wanted to have the White Ranger, but with the look from the movie because obviously they look a little bit different. You know, their like suit and everything. I wanted that.
And he was the Falcon too.
Yeah.
Versus the
tiger. Yeah, but I wanted that, and we haven't gotten it. So
dude, we should definitely get at least several of the White Ranger. I'm sorry, the movie Power Rangers, the original Power Rangers movie.
Yeah, 93. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, they were super dope. Like just like with the crest where they're animals now. Like I remember watching that, and like as a little kid, I had a kid boner. It's like this is amazing. This is amazing. Like the equivalent of a boner, but for a kid. You know,
I think we need to move on because we're not going to focus on this anymore.
Yeah, I think we need to move on from that.
Yeah, so
I want to be the.
I'm trying to explain how excited I was. Ooze. Ivan Ooze, dude.
Yeah, Ivan Ooze would be cool. I agree. But yeah,
you have the Ooze
such a dope
machine
bad
as
guy.
your Megazord. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be dope. But
I'm gonna get on mic and just be like, ooze the whole time, like ooh.
He like gets knocked out and like Goldar's up, but he's still just going ooze. Anyway, yeah, for what it is, I'm glad that you like it, and Bulba, I know you've been playing it here and there, so I'm happy that I've gotten 3 people now to buy Battle for the Grid. So yeah. If you are picking up Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, or you're interested in it, at me in our Discord, and I will tell you about it, and I will do my best to pitch.
And if anyone's listening on the dev team,
shout out to Enway for
Shout out to Enway. You know, we only talk about your game. All 3 of us own it now, so I mean,
that's great.
Could you kick a few dollars our way? Just throwing it out there, So
anyway,
yeah. Anyway.
So the next thing I want to talk about is briefly Fire Emblem again. I am still engulfed. I'm still engulfed. Bulba just picked it up today. Bulba, let him have it. Let him have it. What are you feeling?
I'm actually liking it a lot. I didn't.
Hype.
Super hype. Like I was playing it right before we started recording today, and as you guys heard when I first got on, I said that this is going to be a 30-minute show. I got some Fire Emblem I got to take care of.
He was like, "We better make this quick, bitches."
No, it exceeded my expectation, and I've never really played a tactic game, but I really like it. It's interesting.
Yeah, man. So one thing that I could tell you is there used to be a weapon triangle, like swords would beat axes, lances would beat swords, something like that. But that isn't a factor anymore. Eventually, you're going to be able to get either a wyvern, which is pretty much just a little mini dragon that you have somebody riding on a wyvern, a wyvern rider, or a pegasus. Be careful for archers. The archers will literally do like double damage of what they normally do if they hit a flying one of your flying units. But
undope.
Magic users can attack from up close or far away, depending upon what I believe class you're in. Like if you're one of the class that can use a sword and a bow. I think bows can attack up close. But otherwise, archers are obviously they can attack from a space away. There's a way to turn on, and I don't know if you saw this, but there's a way to turn on the grid for the map, so you can actually see this, visually see the squares.
Everything you're describing right now is giving me a full chub. I want to play this game so bad. Dude, I love tactics games.
Dude,
I love tactics games so much.
Honestly, and I love Kingdom Hearts games 100%. Like I 100 as soon as I'm done with Fire Emblem, I'm 100% going to finish Kingdom Hearts 3.
Hey,
but
you gotta commit. It's GOB official.
It's GOB official. And the reason why I haven't is because there have been so many games that have been coming out one after the other. I've been trying to just push through as much as I can, and I love this Fire Emblem game. So I'm telling you, Esk, like you might even consider, since Bulba just got it and I'm still playing, it might be better to play when other people are playing. You know what I'm saying? Because that way you get the freshness of, like, when you have a question and you don't understand something, you can ask, and I don't have to go, I'm not sure, I don't remember, or something like that. So I almost would recommend that you shell out the money for this, because, dude, it's great. And there's an aspect that, again, is different. Like I mentioned, the romance factor. As Bulba has kind of noticed, there's
boobs.
Yes, there's certain characters that that you can romance, and then so I can tell you that I reached the 5-year time skip. I am now after the time skip, and there is a spoilery part to which I don't know if I should say it or not regarding romances. No. So I won't. No. I won't say it to err on the side of spoiling anything, but.
Let me ask you this real quick. With the 5-year time skip, do you get like stat boosts for the 5 years, or?
Certain characters might. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff, dude, that I'm not gonna spoil at all for you, because it was great for me the first time going through. But I mean, if you have any questions, either of you, about how the game functions in and of itself, ask away. Because the one thing I'm gonna say is, right now, unless you have a really powerful unit, Bulba. I don't know if you pressed ZR, Bulba, but that basically brings up the function of how far a unit can attack you, like how far they'll go. Like it's like purple, I think, that shows up. What you want to do is you want to set one of the units, as long as there's like one enemy attacking you, and this is what you're doing when you're training a character. You put that one character you want to train in that area. And so they'll come up. More than likely, the enemy is not going to be that strong to where they're going to one-shot you. So you can have someone...
Unless they get a critical.
unless they get a critical. But honestly, I haven't had that happen to me. I have not had any enemy critical me, knock on wood. But...
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
You're doing the one where they die, huh?
Yeah, I am doing the one where they die. But I also... unashamedly will turn off my system and reload the entire battle.
Like I did.
That is cheating, bro. Oh my god.
I'm not going to lose units, okay? I'm not. My pride will not let me. But there's also a function that happens in this game. This is not a spoiler, because it gets revealed very early. That when you press ZL,
it's like a revive.
When you press ZL, you do it 3 or 4 times, I believe. You can literally rewind the battle. So you can go back into the battle,
start over, and try and do it without
from a particular spot instead of the entire battle over.
So like back to a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Because the chick rewinds time or whatever. That's
correct.
Right.
Correct.
Every time you say ZL, it's like you're saying ZL. Like I love it.
ZL. No, anyway, yeah. So
what, ZL?
Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to set one unit there and let them come to you. And then once if that person doesn't get taken out, then it's always good to have your units in groups. So you can create 2 different strong like group units, and eventually have units who are strong enough to go off on their own. Like I have a Wyvern Lord right now, so that's the master class of the Wyvern Rider. And
Wyvern.
Thank you, Wyvern. Sorry.
He kept saying it. I was like, do I want to correct him? Like, I don't know. Like,
you can say it how you want. It doesn't matter.
Whatever. I'm gonna take my Grandy Moki and go on my way.
Yeah. you bastard.
Thank you,
bastard.
Anyway, so he's powerful enough to where I literally can send him off as long as there's no archer units. I can send him off, and he could literally take out a section alone because he has enough health. And he's powerful enough to one or two shot people. Eventually, as the farther you get into the game, you'll be able to attack. It'll be like whatever. Let's say your sword does 21 damage to somebody. It'll say 21 times 2, and that means it'll attack twice. You'll attack twice. So, yeah.
Is there any way to do like group experience, or is it only the unit that kills?
Yeah, right now there's no experience share, so you pretty much have to send them in one by one. Where you're at, eventually you get. God, I can't remember the name for it exactly, but adjuvant is that how you? I don't know. But that basically you get one unit.
I think yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You did it.
Good job. Good job, buddy.
Good job, little buddy.
So proud.
Oh,
me and Bulba's thought process went right there. We were on the same page.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah. So you'll have one unit you can have with like let's say your strongest unit. And you can kind of baby them, and they'll level up with you, and your support with that character will go up through the different battles and whatnot. So that happens eventually. But
yep,
interesting.
Yeah. So basically, the long and short of it is, it's a tactics game. You have to know what units are strong against your enemies, and make sure that they're in a group for the most part, because sometimes you'll survive the initial attack, but then it'll end up in your defeat if you just send the one unit out. So you kind of want the enemies to come to you at first before you get powerful enough to where you want to send either just one unit or two units or whatever out. So just a little.
I never understood that phrase, that turn of phrase, the long short of it. What's the point of saying that?
It's for time purposes. DC Universe Online. Esk and I have played this on PS4. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm excited. It's downloading as I speak because the download said that it was going to take 2 hours, so it's literally 26 minutes left.
Mine is still in 2 hours, so
yeah. I'm definitely playing it before Esk. But actually, I'll probably wait until yours is done, and then we could just play together. But I'm gonna create my character at the very least. And Bulba's gonna download it also. So if anybody is
downloading right now,
if anybody is planning on playing DC Universe Online, the bees are playing. Will you be?
Will you be playing?
Thanks, Esk. Anyway,
sorry, I had to put emphasis.
You really need to reiterate that.
Yeah,
I
really did.
Just said it.
All right, and the next thing, obviously.
And quick before we move on, quick shout out to my cousin Alex T. Escobar. Literally, that's his gamer tag, and he's severely lacking creativity there. But he's the one who turned me on to DC Universe Online. Who I in turn turned Leo to DC Universe Online. And now we're trying to hook a little Bulba like he's a little Magikarp. So this should be fun.
Little Bulba like he's a little Magikarp. That was good.
Why are you talking about my little Bulba?
that was a good one. Anyways.
Oh,
Smash
good
Bros.
times.
Smash Bros. Esk, you actually played this week.
I did. I found some time to get my ass kicked.
Yeah. By the hero, huh?
Not the villain, the hero.
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
I love you too. Like a fat kid loves broccoli.
I don't know what to really say because he's the hero, and it's his kid is just
awesome.
The only time I was able to really
heroic.
The only time I was able to beat Bulba was like when he just wasn't utilizing the kit properly. That's the realistic.
It
like,
was.
that's what.
I'll
That's
tell
what.
you.
That's
I'll
what
tell you when. I'll tell you when you beat him. You beat him when he tried to go specifically for
the menu when he was using the menu too much.
He would use the menu, but also he kept trying to charge the. I believe it's called the Kafriz or Kafrizzle or something, which is the neutral B, which is the charge.
Sounds like a sneeze, a violent
Kamehameha
sneeze.
attack. The Hadouken, the Super Hadouken attack.
Hadouken!
He kept trying to go for that, and then he would try to menu, and he didn't have enough MP, and it messed him up.
And then he would just sit there with it charged, but he didn't have enough MP. Yeah. So, but once he stopped doing that, like, I literally beat him one time. It was the first time I played him, and then, like, every time after that, he beat me. So, like, it's the freaking character. When you utilize the kit, even without using the special moves, and he kind of I kind of mentioned it, and he stopped kind of like using it, just really focusing on attacking and his timing. And dude, I'm telling you, it's his freaking kit. His kit is so OP, bro.
Can I just say that Bulba literally has become the master of hero spikes? Like, legitimately, he got me a couple times. He got Slacker a couple times. He got Silver a couple times.
One time.
I was like, bro,
I'm becoming the master of hero spikes and
the subsequent SD afterwards. Like, he goes for it. He goes for it all. He risks it all. He goes almost bottom screen. Not enough time or MP to charge the fully charged up P and just SDs. And then he gets back on the stage and teabags. And then afterwards, since we're not in voice chat, he always is like, worth it. Literally just worth it.
Yeah, I've had those.
Well, I wasn't gonna say the SD. I was gonna say more of the little tornado thing, gimping you with the tornado.
Oh yeah. That's
or
right.
even just on
how
the
many
stage
times
doing the tornado just to get you away from me.
Yeah.
How many times have I jumped off stage with Cloud and done his up B down B, or it's just up B, then you hit B again and you go down, and spiked you, and like just. Like, you were already had so much damage, and I did it just to kill. I ended up losing the game because I ended up SDing, but I was just like, worth it. Yeah. How many times have I done that? So many times. So, like, trust me, I can put myself in this position. It is 100% worth it.
Well,
it's just so satisfying doing the spike.
It is.
You only have so much with the hero. You only have a little tiny hitbox, so
yeah,
it is just so.
Especially when you've been working at it for a while.
Yeah. His up smash and his up air. His up air is trash, bro.
And his fucking back air. Oh my god, dude!
I love the back air.
His freaking insta kill move from across the stage. Jesus.
Well, it depends on what character you are.
Dude, you were swiping me yesterday. Swiping me. Like, I was like, what there was no time to freaking,
what the deuce?
There was no DI. You were like, well, that was a DI failure. And I was like, where was the time? I didn't have any.
It's great to pull off a back air also, because his back air, it takes hella startup. Like, you have to literally, like, do a just above really short hop. Like, if you do a full hop, you're vulnerable.
Yeah. The problem is that I've noticed this, once you get it in your head that you're going to do it, you, like, do it, like, 4 or 5 times until you hit me with it. Like, I'm at that point, I'm like, oh, shit, which one's going to hit me? Number 3 or 4? It's one of them. And I'm just, like, rolling, trying to get away, and then you get me one time, and that's it.
I'll be honest,
That's just like Gabe with his PK fire and then dying.
Yeah, pretty much. I pretty much do it because I want to be able to practice something for him, because literally I like him enough to where I want him as my secondary, like, hands down. And if I ever got good enough, I would say that he would usurp my Toon Link, but it's definitely not going to happen. But I definitely want him as my secondary, because right off the bat, there's certain matchups that I could think of that he does better against. Like, for example, like Zelda. Zelda, even though she has the Din's Fire and what's the reflect move that she has called?
Nairu's Love.
Thank you. That's horrible for Toon Link, because I'm throwing projectiles and they're coming back at me or whatever. With Hero, if I do the side B and the one that I've been pretty good at landing lately. The like medium charge side B, it goes through that. So and at that point I can get into to the advantage state. So I like Hero. I actually won an online tourney with Hero after like 20 tries. I felt accomplished, and I haven't won since. But I did get runner-up.
Speaking of online tourneys, my Sonic or my Mewtwo could not beat the first round, but me as Hero got me in the top 8.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you're gonna tell me that he's not OP? Come on, man.
Hey. It just means I'm good.
Get good. Nah, Esk.
Why don't you start using him?
Esk, he's definitely not OP, and I'll tell you why.
Because I refuse.
I'll tell you why. He's not OP. He's not OP because his aerials take time to start up, so you're able to if you're really, really patient, like most good pro players are, you'll literally be able to just block my aerial and grab me when I'm coming down, or attack me on the way down, because again, he doesn't have very good approach options minus the side B. That's an okay approach, but it's not, it's very exploitable. So yeah, he's not OP by any means, but he is to me very fun because he's a mixture of Robin, who I tried to get good with and I just couldn't, Link, who obviously I've always played the different type of Links, and then he has the aerials of like Chrom and Ike. So he's just a mixture of like characters.
Do you know what makes him, honestly, in my opinion? Okay, and you can tell me whether I'm like completely off base here or not. What truly makes him OP is the combination of power that he has with recovery. His recovery is fantastic. Like, for example, that what is it? Kerfuffle? Kershniz? Kersnoodle? What is it? What's the Kerfrizzle? Thank you. It was something like that. Okay. How am I supposed to remember these shitty ass names? Kerfrizzle, okay? If he has it charged up, when he's coming in, he's approaching, like I knock him off, he's back to the stage. He can use it and recover so fast. Whereas, for example, Lucario, right? I play Lucario as well. I wouldn't say he's like, I don't like side main him. I just kind of like dabble in Lucario. Yeah. Like a recreational drug every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But
way to just slip that one in there.
When I charge up my Shadow Ball, like I'm approaching in, if I use the Shadow Ball, that's what it is. It's a Shadow Ball. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. What is it?
An Aura Sphere.
Aura Sphere?
Yeah.
Then what is Mewtwo's Shadow Ball?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like the same freaking move.
No, it's not.
Color. It's just a different color. Okay. So his
and
Aura
yours
Sphere
hurts when it's charging.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, if you get near it. You got to cut to my fire. So
oh Jesus.
that was perfect timing. So if I'm using it and like I throw it as I'm approaching the stage, his recovery is just fucking horrible, and he sinks like a lemon and dies. Okay, but like that is acceptable. Do you know why? Because he's so strong. Lucario is strong as a mofo. You can land your hits. You will, like you were talking to me about it the other day, especially because his innate rage ability. Like the more damage he has, the more damage he will give you if he lands his hits. So it's a bit of a trade-off. Where is Hero's trade-off? Where is it? Honestly, I don't see it.
His MP?
His MP gauge. His honestly, if you get caught at a particular range under stage, you can get back aired easy. If you play against someone who's comfortable enough to go off stage, you can get back aired. You can get spiked.
Yeah, but that's anybody though. I feel like that's a danger for any character. and getting back here.
No, like Link's recovery will cover himself coming up. Mario's recovery, it just depending upon what side you're going. Fox and Falco have the same problem where it's like a bit of a startup before you go up. But there's certain characters who have their up Bs. But either way, there's a startup for the move, so he's vulnerable there. Again, I said his aerials are slow. So the fastest aerial he has, I believe, is his Nair.
But that's not how he's killing people, though.
Yeah, you're getting killed from the Kafrizzle, but not everybody is getting killed from the Kafrizzle.
I don't know, dude. The Kafrizzle's that shit's pretty powerful, dude.
It's powerful,
and he launches it so fast. It's almost like if I'm close, right? If I'm far away, I have time to shield. Like every time you guys would launch it at me, and I was like at a relatively far distance, I have time to realize it's shield. But if I'm close, that shit comes out so fast. There's no reaction time.
Just as fast as a charged Samus shot. It comes out just as fast as a charged Aura Sphere or Shadow Ball or the Mii Gunners, whatever that thing is called, or a Hadouken, or like it comes out just as fast.
Can contest. I will at least contest the Samus shot because Samus has time in between when the shot is launched. He preps or she preps.
So does the Kafrizzle.
She puts her back foot down. And she freaking launches out. Whereas the Frizzle is like, it just comes out, dude.
I guarantee you, if you look at frame data, I guarantee you you're incorrect. Because
it's the same frame?
It's either the same frame or it's a little slower because he needs to do the whole motion of like a Kamehameha where he puts his hands together and then it comes out. It doesn't just come out of his body. He has to it comes out from his hands. So he has to stand there and do the motion first. So there's that. It's what I'm saying is right now you're getting exploited because you haven't played Hero a lot. Like honestly, this past Sunday, Bulba, Slacker, Silver, and I literally played all 4 of the different skins of Hero for 2 hours.
Now that I think about it, when Samus is fully charged with her bomb and she's in midair, it's just a quick bomb like that. There is no bracing, so that's what I'm thinking of mostly is when you're in the air and you're firing off the Kafrizzle. It's just an instantaneous press the button and it comes out so fast. But yeah, that is the same as Samus. Now that I think about it.
But that's what I was trying to tell you. It's a charge shot. It's Samus, Dark Samus, Mii Gunner,
so strong,
Mewtwo, Lucaria. The difference is like it probably does maybe
30
a couple more percent than a charged Samus shot. But either way, it's all about learning how to get around that stuff. And honestly, it's the most like cliche advice that I could give for playing against a hero, but suffocation. Just like Toon Link, just like playing the Links, when you're all up in their space and they can't get out their projectiles, or they can't, for Hero's case, pull up the menu, you got them. That's how I lose all the time. I
really don't think you need the menu though. Like his kit's so good.
You don't, but at the same time, it immensely helps. Especially if you're playing someone like Mega Man and you get bounce, bro. That blocks.
He's screwed.
That literally blocks almost every one of his moves besides forward air and back air. Literally, his neutral attack, just standing.
Or if you get that clutch ass snooze attack like freaking Bulba did yesterday.
Yeah, if you get snooze and you hit him in midair, that's fine.
I was in mid motion in my smash attack. He kills me in the smash attack. I was Lucario. Lucario hit the freaking ground like a ton of bricks and bounced.
Yep.
And then I was just sitting there like ready, like
you can mash out of that.
Ready to take it.
You have to have pretty good mashing.
Can you? Yeah. I had no idea. I was just sitting
mash out of that.
Pants down, ready to take it, man. It was just
pants down, ready to take it. All right. I think with that we should do our quick anime section.
That's what it feels like. Just saying.
What did you want to talk about anime wise, Eska?
Snap! Okay, guys. So,
Jesus.
Get ready to add some shit to your list.
All right, I'm pulling it up.
So, Funimation is freaking fantastic.
Yes,
but I feel like it's blinded me with its greatness to how awesome Netflix and its selection of anime has been for me over the years. Because before I had Funimation, I watched pretty much all my anime on Netflix, and then I kind of like occasionally something on Hulu, if only Who had something. Like they had all of the episodes dubbed of Yu Yu Hakusho on Hulu, so I would like watch all of my Yu Yu Hakusho on Hulu. But Rurouni Kenshin, like all these like really great animes, like I was just watching them on freaking Netflix, you know, like plus their original animes like Seven Deadly Sins, freaking fantastic.
Do you know if they're going to continue that?
They are. Yeah, there's a new season coming out very soon. So yeah, keep an eye out on that. And Castlevania, according to Brad Canderand, my buddy, likes Castlevania. I don't know if you've seen that anime, but it's pretty freaking great. You know, it follows the what's his name? He's in Smash.
Simon Belmont.
Simon Belmont. That he's the main character. It's pretty awesome, and Dracula's in it. Dracula's son. It's freaking awesome. So yeah, wouldn't be surprised if Richter shows up in the next season. I think that would be absolutely badass. But yeah, Netflix is awesome. And I was like, I think it's time to revisit this gigantic list of anime that I've kind of been building in my list on Netflix for a while. So I went and I was checking it out, and I'm scrolling through, and the first thing on my list that I literally watched every episode of it this week. I literally finished the show. It's like 24 episodes. And it's completed. Like there's no more. It's a completed story. The only bad thing I can say about this is that the pacing was a little fast, just because they had to get through the whole story within 24 episodes. But it was just like, it was really good. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Record of Grand Crest War. One word, Grand Crest. Grancrest. Okay? It's freaking fantastic. Okay? Like I said, it's a little quick, especially the first episode. They like try and introduce you to the world and get you up to speed. And it's just like, boom, 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 boom. They're hitting points. Like, this is this, and this is this. You know how they do that? Like, they introduce you to, like, and they give you, it's like they start to explain things to themselves that everybody obviously already knows in this world, but they do it just for the viewer's benefit, you know? So they're hitting all these things one after another in the beginning. But then once you're in the world, you're freaking in, you know? Once you're in, you're in. And a lot of inside jokes in this episode. Oh, my God. So, yeah, it's fantastic. You guys need to watch it. Literally just finished like yesterday. I finished the last episode 20. It was like I'm so satisfied with it because it's completed. Like I'm not craving anymore. The story was like really good. Actually, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the heroic legend of Arslan. Like so much, but it was more like a mystical magic type world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, dude, it's fantastic. It reminded me. If you watch it, Leo, because I know you've seen it, you're totally gonna get it. You'll totally freaking get it. So that's the first one. Second one, okay. Just started watching this. I am 4 episodes deep. Grand Blue, one word, Granblue, Fantasy the Animation. There's one season out on Netflix.
Oh, there's a fighting game after this game.
Is there really? Yeah. It came out in 2017, okay? So I'm really hoping that they have another season coming out because I haven't finished it yet. I'm only like 4 or 5 episodes in. It's freaking fantastic. I have literally no problems with this show because it's the pacing of it. Whereas Grand Crest was like fast, this is like perfect. It's like freaking Goldilocks porridge, right in the middle, not too hot, not too cold. It's freaking, it's amazing. I'm so happy with this show, and it's like it's one of those. You know what it reminds me a little bit of, like Treasure Island, because you know how that kid, he's like my father. He was a pirate before me. I want to sail the 7 seas. You know, like instead, like I want to follow in my father's footsteps type thing, and it like Treasure Planet. Actually, Treasure Planet is like the Disney spacey version of Treasure Island. It totally exudes Treasure Planet, but it has like this mystic side to it, like magic type shit. It's freaking, so good. It's fantastic. It's freaking fantastic. It's fantastic. Yeah, you guys should watch it. So, and it kind of has some One Piece vibes in there for me. You guys won't know because you haven't watched One Piece. It's for like me, for the person who likes One Piece, who knows of it, because it's kind of like a ship putting a crew together type thing. So it's pretty good. So
I'll get to watching that eventually.
Definitely, yeah. It's only like when I would say like 12 or 13 episodes. So 13 episodes. Put through it. Highly recommend you guys take care of that on your list, and very happy. And we'll wait for the second season to get. And the last thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, you know what? Before I go into that last thing, you know what happened today? So I work.
It's like a hamster on crack.
Yeah.
I work for a medical provider, and like I have to deal with like facilities and provider information from like different like cities and shit. And like I was literally dealing with a facility in Eureka, California, and I swear to God, I read that shit Eureka, and I was like, God damn it! Like what? Why did I just do that?
This is the best day ever.
Oh, this is the worst. That show ruined that word for me. Oh my God.
I love it.
And I even said it like that. I was like, well, let me guess. El Cerrito. These are all cities. El Cerrito, Miramani, let's see, Richmond, Eureka. Oh, Jesus, you got to be kidding me. I said it like that. I said it in my head like that. I was like, why? Why? Okay. Anyways, back on topic. So, last night, before I went to bed, right before, I was looking for something to watch, and I just wanted to watch an anime, but I didn't want to like go back to D Gray Man, because I'm still putting through D Gray Man. The new shit that came out is fantastic. The art style is so good, by the way. Holy crap. They changed the art style from like the original releases, and it looks so good. It looks amazing. Anyways, excited. That's beside the point. So I didn't want to go back to D Gray Man. I wanted to watch something, and I'm on Netflix, of course, because I'm like looking through it. And I'm like, do I want to start something else? I mean, I am watching, Grand Blue, but I don't know if I want to watch any more of that for now. I want to save it because I'm like, I like to watch anime on my break at work, and then like before I start working because I get there early and I eat my breakfast while I watch my anime. It's kind of like that's my work show right now. I'm trying to watch it there. So I'm looking through my list, and there was this one that I had added probably like a month ago to my list, right? And it's a movie. And typically, I don't really watch anime movies with the exception of Princess Mononoke. I will watch that shit every day, any day. Wow. Princess Mononoke was amazing.
Studio Ghibli, right? Or something like that? That made the...
I don't remember, but it was like it was touted as one of the greatest anime movies. It almost Academy. Like there was hella like really amazing voice actors that were part of it. I'm pretty sure. Oh shit, what is that guy's name? He was Mad Mardigan in Willow. Do you guys know Willow? Oh shit, you guys wouldn't know Willow. You guys aren't cool. Fuck.
Hey, Leo, you got that aloe over there? I think we just got burned.
Yeah, we straight got burned.
Willow's like one of the original like masterpieces from George Lucas before all he made was Star Wars. And I guess and Indiana Jones. But Val Kilmer. That's pretty much the only movie that I've really watched. Like I never got into what are those other movies that really like Howl's Flying Castle or something like that. Never watched any of those. Spirited Away. Haven't seen a freaking episode. Which is odd considering that I've had a lot of people say, well, if you like Princess Mononoke, then you should probably watch this.
Ponyo, Spirited Away.
Yeah, never seen them all. So, but I might, now that I've kind of like piqued my interest with this one, I might start watching more anime. But
shout out to my wife. My wife loves Ponyo.
There you go. There you go. There's a fan. They're out there, man, and they're pretty much all exclusively women. They love that.
I don't know about that.
So, did you just say you're a woman?
No, because I haven't watched them, so I don't know what to tell you. And I said almost all. I didn't generalize, but I partially did. Anyways, this movie on Netflix is called A Silent Voice. The movie. Okay, it's apparently it was nominated for best animation film. In the Japanese Academy, it was very well received. The voice acting is fantastic. The art style is awesome, and it's like so sad. Like it's to quote Netflix, quote, don't sue me Netflix. It's a coming of age story, because I would never say that shit. It's a coming of age story of bullying and atonement. It's about this boy, and like you can watch the trailer. He's in elementary school, and he's bullying this girl who's deaf, like really, really bad bullying her. And he bullies her so bad that at one point, like he rips her hearing aids out of. And this is all in the trailer, so I'm not really spoiling anything. He rips her hearing aids out of her ears, and she bleeds. And it's kind of like implied that he went too far, and something went bad. And then it's about later on in his life when he's in high school, and he's like thinking about like his behavior when he was younger, and like trying to atone for that and make things right. And it's just, oh my God, it's such a good movie. I started watching this thinking like, oh, because it's like a 2-hour movie. I started watching this thinking, damn, I'm probably only going to watch like an hour of this and finish this tomorrow. Dude, I could not stop watching it. I could not stop. It was so good. I was so like, oh shit, this is so good. Like it's emotional, but it's like captivating, and it's real. It's real. Like I feel like being a victim of bullying when I was younger, like I'm telling you right now, like it's so real how this goes on. How there are some people, for example, who are part of the bullying, but they think that they're just a bystander and they're not part of it, but they are part of it. And they're like really just like innocent, like they're innocent, thinking they're innocent asshole. No, I'm sorry for you. They think they're innocent. They think they're innocent, but they're just assholes. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to put on the moniker of bully. They'd rather just like pretend in their mind and tell themselves, "Oh, I'm not a bully," because I'm not doing anything. But they're totally actively participating in the bullying, and like it's just so real in how they portray it. And like this poor girl, she's freaking deaf, and these kids are just so horrible to her, and she's like, oh, dude, it's so good. You guys got to watch this movie. Well, maybe. Well, with your wives. Sit your wives down. Sit your ass down, wife, and watch this shit with them. Okay?
He clearly doesn't have a wife. Anyway.
He clearly does not have a woman in his life.
This is more internal head dialogue. Like, don't actually say this. Like, say it in your head. Like say, sit down, honey. But in your head, say, sit down right now, wife. Do it. But verbally, like, bribe them with candy. Like, here's Hershey's. Because every woman likes Hershey's. But anyways,
not every woman likes Hershey's.
It's a stigma. That was actually a joke, but it went right over your head. I'm sorry. So it left over from last time I had a girlfriend. It's just kind of like a joke. Man. Anyways, so
you had one of those?
Yes, I did. Yeah, for a long time. So anyways, yeah.
Anyways, I want to just say that Leo, you were absolutely correct. Soul Eater is fantastic.
Yes.
I started watching it yesterday because I just finished Attack on Titan. And I don't understand what's going on with the
Hold
sun
on,
and the moon,
you finished Attack on Titan already?
Yeah.
Holy shit! Wow. You blew through that shit. Oh my god.
It wasn't very many episodes.
It was that good that you just had to just binge the shit out of it though, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay. Anyway, Soul Eater. Yeah,
it's fantastic. Whenever Leo finishes it, we can discuss. But yeah, Soul Eater is great. The art style is kind of weird, but it's kind of growing on. It's like childish weird, but it's like growing on me, and I'm really starting to love it. I'm still trying to understand what the hell is going on with the sun and the moon.
Yeah, because they got the faces. Yeah, that's just confusing.
Yeah, they got the faces, and they're like in the real world kind of deal. So it's like, what?
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of an anime we would have seen like on Toonami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's great.
But that doesn't mean it's not good. It's just that's the kind it has that.
It's got like everything that I love, so it's awesome. I'm excited to keep going. I think I'm only I finished the prologue, so I'm like 5 or 6 episodes deep.
Yeah, dude, I was really excited when Soul Eater Not came out because I thought it was a continuation. It's its own story within that universe. But even then, I kind of liked it. So, yeah, dude.
Is Death in it though?
In Soul Eater Not?
Yeah,
makes an appearance.
Oh, okay. So it's been on my list, but I've been like, Like it's on Funimation. Like I'll scroll through. Like, what am I gonna watch next? And believe it or not,
I think you should watch it specifically just so you could hear the intro, so that you could literally come laughing to me about how you like it also. Because, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I made a in my super weeb days. I made a playlist on YouTube of all the like intro. Like, I love the intro song to Eureka 7. I love the intro song to Soul Eater 9.
Eureka!
I love a couple other like Sword Art, the original Sword Art song. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so that's all I got for anime for me. So.
And I am catching up. I am catching up on Radiant, and I'm at the battle in which Esk spoke a few episodes back.
He got it.
And it's not done yet. It's almost done, and I like it. I like the show now that it's sped up. But
Are you officially sold on it now?
Yeah, I knew I would be. I was saying that it started off really slow and it was hard, but I knew I was going to push through, and I like it. So I'm.
Once the story picked up, I understand that.
Yeah. Anyway, so normally, Esk, this is where you do the outro, but we got an email. So...
Mail time, mail time, mail time.
Do you want to read it? It's in our B chat, or do you want me to read it?
No, I'll read it. It's fine.
Go for it.
So, today's message comes from... Should I say his name?
You could say his gamer tag.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. From Slacker Monkey. Is a very active member in our Discord. He's awesome. Shout out Slacker. Thanks for sending us a message. His email reads, "Hey bros, just thought I'd throw out an email at you, since I know y'all get super excited when someone sends an email." That we do. He said, "I had a question for you guys. All of you, not just one person. So if one of you handles the email, you best ask everyone for their answers. I will not negotiate on the terms." Understood. Yes, okay. He asks, "I'm a big time animal lover. Do you guys have pets? How many and what kind? If dogs, what breeds are they?" Well, shit, I don't have dogs. You don't ask me what... Oh, never mind. Okay, so Leo, I'll go last. I'll pass it to you. What do you got going on?
Yes, I do have pets. I have 3 dogs. I have what is he? A dachshund mixed with a lab, and I had to think of the breed.
He's a wiener.
He's a Labra wiener. His name is Onyx, and you spell it like the Pokemon Onix. And
I miss Onyx.
And he is black, has black fur.
And yes, when he barks, he sounds just like Onyx.
No, he doesn't, but that would be cool. Anyway, and then we have a Papillon Corgi mix, which her name is Angel, and then we have a Chihuahua, and her name is Kyrie, as in Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
So do you guys have a cat? No. Gravy Boy has a cat. Never mind.
Gravy Boy has a cat, and his name is Stephen Purry.
Stephen Purry!
Stephen Purry.
Yeah. They just call him Purry.
I'm a Purry. That's great. I'm a big Golden State Warriors fan. Love that extra. So let's pass it on to Bulba. Any animals?
Unfortunately, I have 3 cats.
Ugh.
They're all the white cats.
You're one cat shy of being a crazy cat lady.
You've almost reached that number.
Well, yeah, not mine. I'm not really a cat person. I'm more of a dog person. I used to have a husky, and I loved him so much. But that's it. Well, no, we have like 18 fish. I don't know if that counts. Shit. Maybe.
Well, it better count because that's all I got. So
that's a good segue.
So currently, I'm dog sitting. It's actually a really good time that this question came about. Miss Biscuit, who is a primarily short-haired terrier and a little bit of Chihuahua. She has the shakes sometimes, like like when Chihuahuas. You know, Leo, because you've had a lot of Chihuahuas over the years.
Yes.
Yeah, they do that little shake like they're freaking Michael J. Fox. So she's pretty cute. She's white. and she's just very sweet, and she's a little old. But we're dog sitting currently right now because my family is from Portugal, and my aunt, who is her owner, is over there with my grandparents in Portugal, and we are me and my family are just kind of watching her, so that's pretty dope. But I am mostly a fish owner. Used to have a beta fish named Cornelius. Fun fact: I flew his ass over from Ohio, where I went to college. Some girl left him.
Just his ass, though.
Every other part of him, but just beta fish are mostly ass anyway. So, but some girl from California went on a road trip back to California and couldn't take her fish, and she left a beta fish in a bowl downstairs in my apartment and just like left it there. Didn't leave a note or anything. So I came downstairs one day and was like, "What the hell? I have a fish? Like, where did this come from?" So I'm like calling all my friends. I'm like, "Where the hell did this fish come from?" And one of them was like, "Oh yeah, like that girl, like she left it there. She said to take care of it for her." I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" He goes, "Just flush him." I could not flush this guy. I could not flush him. Okay, so I renamed.
Just flush him.
I renamed his ass because she named him Unicorn, and I was like, "Well, I can't fucking name him Unicorn. Like, how stupid am I going to sound?" I'm like, "Oh yes, my fish Unicorn." No. I'm not doing that. So, but at the same time, I like didn't want to change his name too much. So I was, even though he's a fish and it doesn't matter, but I was like, let's stick with a Cornelius. We'll do Cornelius. So I called him. He was pretty dope, but he ended up dying almost a year ago. It was really sad. I had him for a year and a half, and then he passed. But the reason I tell that story is because it kind of like was my first fish, and I ended up getting a bunch more. And now I have like a 5-gallon tank. I have 2 zebra danios, and yes, they all have names. I'm about to tell you them right now. My zebra danios, they're striped, and I don't know why, but I was like Abbott and Costello, especially because one of them's a fat fucker and he eats all the food. So I was like, "You're Abbott," and then the slim one is Costello's, Abbott and Costello. And then I have 3 white cloud minnows, and my favorite book is Dante's Divine Comedy. A lot of you will more recognize Dante's Inferno, but Dante is my oldest one, and then the second one, his name is Virgil, and the one after that, I honestly can't remember what his name is, but I'll figure it out, and I'll let you know next time. And then I have 2. Oh god, what the hell are they? They're Cory catfish. They're like bottom suckers. One of them is Hermes, and the other is Icarus. I like weird, old-sounding Greek mythology names. And then I have a bunch of snails, too. They, like, breed, and then I kill a bunch of them. And then they breed again, and I kill a bunch of them. So they're just – I don't name them. So I just call them the snail squad. So those are my pets. So, yeah.
All right. Close us out.
I'm about to. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for today's show. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the Gathering of Bros. It's been fun, as always. Don't forget, you can catch us on our Twitter at Gathering of Bros. That's at Gathering of Bros. We like to update that pretty frequently. Me and Leo kind of manage it. We like to share a lot of the things that we like and we follow, and we appreciate. Tweet at us, and yeah, be active. We love to do it with you. Yeah, that sounded dirty. You can find the link to our Discord server where you can chat with us, play games, just overall have an awesome time. We're super active in our Discord. The other B's more than me just because it's just a lot for me to handle, but I try. If you have any questions or comments, hit us up at our email at gatheringofbros@gmail.com. Again, that's gatheringofbros@gmail.com. We really appreciate any and all feedback. We'd love to hear from you guys. Shout out to Gabe for being our first, even though it was like a super short sentence. And to Slacker Monkey for being awesome and sending us a dope question where we could all answer. And yeah, Gabe, you suck. Yeah. No, but really, thanks for sending that email, Gabe. Send another one, please. 2 sentences this time, please. We're now on Google. We're now on Google Play. Leo's.
It was good. It was a good throwaway.
Leo snorted. Did y'all hear Leo snort? I'm sorry, that was too funny.
I'm still sick, so I couldn't help that one.
Sorry, dude. It put a smile on my face. We're now on Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and everywhere you can catch us. Be sure to check the link, including YouTube, where you can find the link to our Discord in the description or bio, whatever you call it.
Oh,
thanks again.
And rate and review us on iTunes or Google Play or wherever you listen to us and your podcast.
Yeah.
app.
It's pretty much the Yelp review, but for podcasts, But, leave something nice because, please appreciate it. Let us know, this guy sounds stupid, or, no, don't do that. Be like, hey, this is cool.
No, don't do that.
Just be like, hey, I really, really like this show. Please and thank you. Rate us. This has been fun. Thanks again for listening to my wild ramblings tonight. I had a lot of fun with this show. Thanks from the bees, of course. Been a lot of fun as always. Until next week's gathering, don't forget you can catch us same place, most of the time, same day where we release our show. Sorry if we've been a little erratic with our scheduling, but thanks again, guys. See you next week at the gathering. Until then, peace out and stay gold.
Peace out.
Toodaloo, kangaroo.
God, again, man, come on.